That do it?
Oh, am I on now? So that entire thing was just not on.
Yeah.
Are you gonna leave that in? You could fill in my responses.
Patreon thing.
No, you could just fill in.
I could use that. Or the
Does that have the audio?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll just sound like shit for the Patreon. So, you want to know what it was?
What? You didn't turn it on.
No, it was on.
Mm-hmm.
These microphones require 48 volt phantom power.
Mm-hmm.
And I had it on for these two, but not for those two.
Wow.
Professional operation. So, Jordan,
Are we restarting this?
would you like to
or what?
recount every single thing you just said?
Yes, you went to a house party, and I thought
Hold on. Went to a house concert.
a house concert,
That's
and
what it
I
was billed
thought it
as.
was like,
But it wasn't a house
it
concert.
wasn't a house.
It was a concert at somebody's house.
I said everyone should go to concerts to, experience what it, might feel like to be old, because you're standing on a concrete floor for
If you're
3
lucky.
hours, right?
Or
if
you're
you
just
get the
in
good
the mud.
tickets. You can sit at a concert, but that's lame. Unless you're in a wheelchair.
Then it's okay. Then it's acceptable.
Right. Right, because you can't hear anything. Everything's too expensive. Your legs, your whole body just hurts after standing in the same
There's a
spot.
bunch of people
for that.
younger than you and you hate them for that.
Right. Well, no. Usually it's all people like my age when I go to concerts.
You're going to different concerts then. What I
Except
was
for the last
envisioning.
one I went to.
I was envisioning like a Justin Bieber concert where they're all like 12-year-old girls.
I want to see Justin Bieber.
I don't know. You're an interesting fellow. I feel like if someone was like, hey, do you want to go see Justin Bieber with me? You would say yes.
Is it free?
Yeah, they bought the ticket.
Will they buy all of my cocktails?
They'll go halfsies on that. Well, it's a Justin Bieber concert, so.
Yeah.
How
He's
many
also
cocktails are
my
they going to
age
let you
now.
have?
He's not 15 anymore. You know, like he's older, right?
No, Justin Bieber doesn't age.
I'm pretty sure he's like 30 or 29 or something.
He's definitely 30.
I don't know. Is he? I
I
think
don't- I
he's
have no
younger
idea.
than me. Let's look this up. This is
How old is Justin Bieber in relation to Jurassic Park?
right. How old is? What if I just call him Bieber?
Yeah, that'll pull him up.
Because who else is named that? He's 29.
Yeah, see? You're the same age,
1994.
basically.
Yeah, my birthday's actually coming up.
It is. Snapchat keeps telling me every single day.
What does?
Snapchat.
Oh,
It
really?
pops up every single day. Jordan's birthday's in 4 days. Jordan's birthday's in 3
I already
days.
got happy birthday wishes because people don't know what my birthday actually is.
It
And I
keeps...
don't correct anyone.
Snapchat keeps...
Oh!
What did you do?
Woo! I thought something was gonna land on my head.
Did you bump it again?
Your Apollo book.
Oh. Interesting.
It's probably a ghost.
Yeah, it's definitely a ghost. The ghost of Kate.
Yeah. So there is okay, so you know how I saw Madonna?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I want to address this. There's a rumor that because she's a little older now, she wears a diaper.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to say
Is that a real rumor or is that some shit you're making up?
no, it's a real rumor. That is not true.
Why would she...
It's just people making fun of her because she's 65.
Oh.
That's it.
And one of the
And a
most
woman.
famous
Yeah.
persons ever.
Anyway.
Star of the The Al Yankovic
Right.
story.
Yes, she was. They didn't get married. They
Did
were
you
just
see
dating.
Weird Al there? Was he there?
So they're
Oh,
like
wait, he's dead.
right.
Never.
Yeah.
I forgot. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Did you not even watch that movie?
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, no, because at the end,
He is resurrected, I guess.
they should make a sequel.
They never got back together though.
There's a steelbook for that coming out.
Should get it.
I'm definitely gonna get it.
Get Madonna to sign it.
We
What's
should.
her address? Can we mail it to her and be like, "Will you sign this?" Do you think she probably wouldn't. I don't think she would. She probably doesn't open her own mail.
No, I think that if you like bumped into her on the street and you were like, "Oh, hey, can you sign this?" She would think it was funny.
No, she'd probably be like, "Get away from me."
Well, you know what I mean. Like, there's no situation in which you would just bump into Madonna, but if
I
you
don't know.
did,
Anyway, but back to the diaper thing. She doesn't wear a diaper because she wasn't wearing pants, and I would have seen it.
maybe it was a new like space diaper. super thin.
She did wear this one suit that had like a big ass on it, but it was just the costume.
Mm-hmm.
It was not for her to piss her pants on stage. Like a diaper wouldn't like fit.
Maybe it was a modified diaper.
Yeah.
Maybe she has a series of tubes that come out of her.
Yeah, so
and like just feed back to a diaper.
I don't think so. I mean, yeah, she didn't really have much clothes on.
Yeah, she's wearing one of those singlets.
Like she still dresses like she did in the 80s.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit more conservative.
Good for her.
Yeah.
You know, she's doing her thing. Yeah. She's got her brand. You know?
I want to go again. You want to see Madonna?
I don't care.
You go see Madonna? Oh, man. If she tours again, depends on her album, you would hate it. Because it literally is just...
I want to be very clear about this house concert. I'm just going to call it a party because that's essentially what it was.
House concert.
I recognize that the people involved are very passionate about the music they were working on.
Yeah.
They were very proficient in their instruments. It's just I don't like that style of music, and it was very loud.
What kind of music was it? Rock.
It was something rock.
Hard rock.
Hard rock, Nick.
Was it like distorted or like?
It was so loud I couldn't hear the people singing.
Oh yeah,
that's in their microphones. Concert.
Yep. Okay, so you just got that like.
I was like, I was between here and my TV. That's where the drummer was. That's where all the amplifiers were, and they were all set to like maximum.
And you did not have earplugs?
No, because I wasn't expecting it to be that loud. I was also expecting it to be like a big house.
Okay.
Not this.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
It'd be like if I had a house concert.
Well, see, they make these special earplugs that are for concerts.
I'm aware.
Yeah.
I saw some people had them in.
Right. That would have been smart.
Yeah, I was not counting on that. I thought it was going to be like a big area and maybe they're going to be doing it like outside.
It's just like, you remember John, right? John Doe. We're not allowed to use names.
Which John?
John.
Old John or like Cool John?
Cool John.
John that we liked?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why? Who else would I be talking about? Yeah.
The other John?
I know so many other Johns when you say that. There's a lot of Johns that I don't really like. Okay.
Old John, you know.
Anyway, I like I just said, I know several Johns.
The old John who
This is the John that's cool.
Yeah, the old John who saw aliens that one time. Remember that?
Yeah. What was I even saying?
I don't know. You said you know John.
Yeah, okay. Anyway. Do you know the band Sabaton? I'm assuming no. Okay. They write songs about like World War II history.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Like, you know the song Bismarck that was on some video game? Okay. Anyway. So, since it was kind of like educational, kind of like something nerds like, you know, I had fun. Like, I like they got some good songs. But anyway, we went to that concert, and I didn't think it was going to be like, it was literally the loudest concert I've ever been to in my life. And I was not expecting it or prepared for it. And we were literally, not literally, but very close to literally being as far away from the stage as you could possibly be. And I was just like, what the fuck? He had like his hoodie like shoved in his ears. But like I thought it was just gonna be like that kind of band I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when a concert's like too loud, it kind of sucks, but like it's also gotta be like loud, you know.
Yeah,
but you probably went to one that was just too loud.
I actually couldn't hear what they were saying.
That's too loud.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah, okay.
I'm aware.
Yeah, I have experienced that. I went to see my favorite band.
Also, I want to say, if the person who invited me to this is listening, thank you very much for inviting me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, sure, it was a great time.
I had to leave early because I had to go bowling the next day.
Right, and you probably had a migraine.
Oh, yeah, I was not feeling well.
Right, so anyway, I went to see my favorite band one time, and like the guy's singing or whatever, and I'm just like, I don't even know what song this is. Like, it's so loud. Like, I own all their records.
Right.
And plus, like, all their B-sides that are, like, super rare. And you can't, like, I have every single song. Like, yeah. I've heard every song they've ever had. The guy's singing. I'm like, what is this? Yeah. That was a great show.
Yeah.
Terminal 5. 2000. Well, 2000. It was 2000 something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't go when you were 7 years old?
No,
1999?
I think this was 2012.
The year the world ended?
Yeah.
Was Dwayne Johnson there? Was he in that movie? No, he was in San Andreas.
No. He's in a lot of those movies.
Who's in 2012? What is 2012? I don't watch any of those movies because they're all garbage.
Yeah, they're pretty bad. I don't know. I don't know the actor's name. Is that the one where a bunch of rich people get in an airplane?
Couldn't tell you.
Yeah. Or what's the other? Oh, The Day After Tomorrow.
Is
You remember that one?
Freezes?
Yeah. We had a teacher or substitute teacher tell us that everything in that movie could happen in real life. And I was like, I don't think so.
I guess it could. If the sun went
seen
away.
that movie? Yeah. If the sun blew up.
So, they're not wrong. It could happen.
What even happens in that? Something like...
I don't know. I just know the shot of the cover of it with the Statue of Liberty and all the ice on it.
There's a scene where there's these helicopters flying and they get flash frozen. Like the gasoline just freezes up and the helicopter crashes and the guy crawls out and is like fucking freezes.
What's the freezing point of gasoline?
I know, but I mean like there's just shit like that. And then a bunch of wolves are in New York City for some reason. I don't know if they got out of the zoo, but they get chased by wolves.
The New York famously just has
in
wolves.
Manhattan. Yeah. I've never
live.
seen one, but I've heard about the Manhattan wolves that like to roam around Manhattan, checking the sights.
Well, they don't roam, that's the thing. They're subway engineers.
Oh, they're in the subways.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they run
there's
the
a
subway
lot of
system.
stuff. I heard there's like alligators and shit in the subway.
Those are in the sewers.
Sewers, right.
Wolves in the subway, alligators in the sewers.
Right.
Rats on the streets.
Rats and cockroaches.
And then the turtles sometimes
Did you look up the freezing point?
No, Kate responded to me and said she couldn't come. I was like, you're fine. Freezing
soda
point of
how about like
gasoline? Minus 100 degrees.
Minus what?
100 degrees.
All right, so I'm looking up how cold to flash freeze a human being.
Gasoline doesn't have a specific freezing point like water does because it's a mixture of different elements. Gasoline can freeze anywhere between negative 180 and minus 240 degrees Fahrenheit, but most types freeze at minus 100 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's gas.
Hold on. Oh, no way. Okay, so I typed that in. The first thing that popped up is it possible for a human being to freeze to death within seconds, like in The Day After Tomorrow? If yes, what temperature would that happen? I mean, if you went out in space, would you freeze, right? No?
No. Temperature doesn't work the same way in
0
vacuum.
for 1 it's not much, basically. About
of helicopter fuel. Jet A-1 is a kerosene grade of fuel suitable for most turbine engine aircraft. Has a flash point minimum of 38 degrees, 100 degrees Fahrenheit, and a freeze point maximum of minus 47 degrees Celsius, which is about the same as Fahrenheit. Yeah, minus 53 degrees Fahrenheit.
I just want to know, I don't want to log into this. Why can't they just tell me?
What are you on, Quora?
Quora.
Yeah, fuck Quora. They suck.
Yeah, anyway.
I think it would always take more than a couple of seconds for a person to freeze solid. Unless you got into like absolute zero.
Right, so...
But even then, I think it would take a little while.
Well, how cold is it? I mean, the people on Everest, they don't freeze in seconds.
Yeah.
And it's pretty damn cold up. What is happening?
I was going to say Antarctica.
Antarctica. Yeah, I watched a video about, have you seen that Russian tank thing that they took across Antarctica?
No.
Check it out.
I know that they have those giant, like, long...
Yeah.
things with the big tank treads that they like drive around on.
Oh yeah.
And they have like ground penetrating radar to see if there's any holes.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, anyway, so I don't think you could just be flash frozen like that.
Can you imagine doing that 110 years ago? With sled dogs?
Had some issues before they built that thing.
Fuck that.
Yeah. They were like freezing.
Man.
Freezing to death.
I fucking love that story of Shackleton. It's so good. I want to reread it.
Oh, that would be crazy.
Where they're fucking hunting penguins and shit. Drinking seal blood.
What was the name of that ship?
The Endurance?
The Endurance, yeah.
Think so?
Yeah, that sounds right.
That's the one they just found a couple years ago.
Okay, this is what it was. That big old tread thing. It's called the Karkovchanka? Karkovchanka. I don't know. Kharkovchanka. The colossal Soviet Antarctic cruiser. It was a cool documentary. Oh, and this is Russia's terrifying discovery in Antarctica.
Dinosaurs?
No, it looks like aliens.
No.
I'll definitely watch that later.
No, the Russians didn't. It was Norwegians, wasn't it?
Well, this is Russians.
No, Norwegians found it and then it turned into a dog.
And no, these look like full on.
They were trying to chase it and then it went to McMurdo. Remember?
Are you making something up or is
the thing?
The thing?
The thing.
Oh, okay.
It was the Norwegians, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think, well, they were from different areas. I just turned the volume off. This is the other ad I get for people who don't have my body type. Can I play a bit of the news on this, or what is that? Okay.
Just play it into the microphone. Into the side that you're talking to. Over here.
Talking about like this?
No, back here. It doesn't go in this side. It goes in right here.
Where's the fucking sound coming out of this?
The bottom.
This thing?
Yeah, like
like this?
No, like this.
Like this.
No, on the side, not on the end.
Like
right
this.
There, yes. Been doing this 100 episodes. You don't know where the fucking microphone is.
I don't use this phone. Oh, this microphone?
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the microphone on my phone.
No, I don't care about the microphone on your phone.
No.
I care about the speakers on your phone going into this microphone.
Well, this is like a 19-minute long video, so we're definitely not gonna
turn it up.
Antarctica is cloaked in mystery as the last big undiscovered wilderness on Earth.
What about under the water?
As a place of extremes, it is also quite good at keeping its secrets to itself.
Yeah, it is.
Antarctica is an unpleasant place due to its extreme weather, low temperatures, and lack of vegetation. There is ice covering 99% of the frozen continent.
What does that mean?
I don't know. That was just an ad for the video that I'm definitely going to watch.
They mean land. Okay. I was going to say, isn't all of Antarctica ice? Isn't that the point? Like, if it's not covered in ice, it's just water?
Well, no, there's a mountain.
Remember, there is land.
Yeah. Anyway,
I had a dumbass moment right there.
Aliens.
Yeah.
Frozen alien. I bet you there's aliens in Antarctica.
Yeah.
You think there's like military bases and shit there?
I mean, there's the like McMurdo and stuff. I don't know if that qualifies as military.
Or like secret, hidden.
No, I think it would be way too hard. I think it's hard enough getting stuff down there for like stuff that you don't need to classify.
Well, didn't the Nazis have a secret like submarine base in Antarctica?
I don't think so.
That's not what the Ancient Aliens channel told me.
That was on the moon, idiot.
That show is like, I'll put that on and not watch it just for background noise. But if I try to watch that show, I'm like, what is happening right now? It'll be like, it's all over the place. It'll be like, what about the pyramids? And here's this strange symbol in Bermuda. I'm like, what? Like, it's all over the place. And they try to connect it and it just doesn't work.
Yeah. That's how a lot of that stuff is.
Have you seen that show?
No.
You just watch an episode
I don't watch
of
that
it.
shit.
No, it's so confusing.
I was watching, I think I might have complained about this. I was looking through Disney Plus at the documentaries, and there was one, it was like, it had James Cameron on the cover, and it was like, you know, discovering Atlantis or something. And I was like, okay, you know, James Cameron likes the ocean, and maybe he's going to talk about like the myth of Atlantis and how.
You've brought this up before.
Yeah. Did I?
Yeah, but I forget what the issue was. Didn't it not have James Cameron in it?
No, he's just like in it for 3 seconds at the beginning. He's like, okay, my friend here is going to talk about Atlantis and go discover Atlantis. Cool. And then this fucker's just off doing his own thing. It's like, oh, I got to call James Cameron, let him know how it's going.
So James Cameron funded a trip to find Atlantis.
Apparently. And then.
How does Atlantis even begin? Is there any like, what is it? The lost city of Atlantis? Like, how did that start? Like,
I don't know.
Who found some kind of
I'll
scroll
tell you, it's
somewhere?
not, that information isn't gone over in this documentary.
Like, how did that all begin?
I think it was
Somebody
ancient
wrote
Greek
something
shit.
down long
Like
ago.
Plato or some fucker was like, yeah, there's this old city that fucking sank in the ocean or whatever.
I mean, like, it's possible.
Yeah, no, it's happened before. I'm sure that it was a place.
Yeah.
I doubt it was called Atlantis.
I mean, the friggin' Gardner got flooded.
Yep.
That could be Atlantis in 100 years.
But like they get to a point where this dipshit's walking around this island, and he's like, look, there are these channels carved into the rocks, like the very obviously man-made.
Right.
And he's like, you know, talking to the expert. And he's like, you know, oh man, the only thing this could have been is if they were doing this. And I was like, no? What do you mean the only way this could have happened is if they were doing whatever the fuck you just said? You don't know.
Well, what did he say they were doing?
I don't remember, but it was something dumb.
Like worshipping Atlantis?
Like transferring something from somewhere. It's like, there are a million other ways that could have happened. I can think of like 6 off the top of my head.
That's like the pyramids. They're like, they didn't have this. This would be even difficult to create today.
Yeah, because of all the government paperwork you'd have to do.
Yeah, I was like, why did they say that? Like, are you seeing some of the shit we have now?
Yeah. The Egyptians didn't know how to fly.
I don't even know how a computer works. I'm pretty sure I could build a fucking pyramid, stack some rocks up. Sure, they're cool.
Yeah.
Bunch of slaves.
I think it would be very easy to figure out how the pyramids were built, like, conclusively, if we just took them apart. But we can't do that.
Don't we already know how they're built?
Mostly. Like, it's the problem is...
What's the issue here? When do the aliens come in?
Conclusive written down, this is how we did it. Because why would you say that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, why would you?
Like, when it takes, like, an hour and a half to type out a letter on a stone tablet.
Yeah.
Why would you write down, like, and then Bill fucking hit his hand with a hammer?
Did they have blueprints?
No, because there's, like, paper 5,000 years ago doesn't last. It's made out of
But do you think
reeds.
they had blueprints?
I'm sure they had a plan.
Yeah. Like, they had the one guy who's, like, in the suit with the construction hat on.
Cigar.
Yeah. We gotta build these pyramids. They're gonna be great.
Best pyramids in the world.
Yeah, but I mean, you look at like the friggin' Burj Khalifa.
Yeah.
And then people will be like, we don't have the technology to build a pyramid. According to ancient aliens. Yeah.
The other thing that those types of people like to say is like, oh, aliens must be here because a bunch of different cultures built pyramids all around the world without contact with each other.
Pretty simple design.
Yeah, it's also like a passively stable, relatively easy to build thing. Like, it's just a cone. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, ooh, everybody had archways. Yeah. It'd be like 10,000 years from now, people being like, ooh, they had windows. How did all these different people develop windows? It's like, well, I want to see outside, but not be cold. What are you talking about? Of course we develop windows. Like, conspiracy theories are great.
Yeah, they're fantastic. They're fantastical beasts and how to find them or where to find them. Yeah. Yeah.
That first movie was okay.
Is that the one with Doctor Who in it?
No.
Who's in that movie?
Which Doctor Who are you talking about?
What's his face? I think he's the latest one.
The black guy?
Is that the latest one?
I think so. I don't know. I don't fucking watch Doctor Who.
I haven't watched Doctor Who in quite a few years.
It was Tom Baker's birthday the other day.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
The fourth Doctor.
Oh.
The one with the scarf and the hat.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
The Doctor Who that most people think of when they think of Doctor Who.
That was a good one.
He's fucking hilarious. I love him. He's so funny.
Have you ever watched that show?
I watched old Doctor Who, yeah.
Yeah. Pretty funny.
Yeah. Like, the first Doctor, not so much, because he was like 85 in the late 50s, early 60s when they were doing that. But the second one with his stupid little recorder wasn't a recorder, it was the other one. What's the instrument that's exactly like a recorder, but not a recorder?
Like a recorder, but not a recorder. What? A clarinet?
No. It's the same as a recorder, but it's not a recorder.
I don't know.
Whatever the other one was, it wasn't a recorder. I don't think.
Apparently there's been like 3 or 4 doctors after the last time I watched the show.
When did you watch the show? I thinking about David Tennant.
I
can't wait to see where this goes.
He's the All Our Lives guy.
Matt Smith.
Is that who that is?
Yeah.
Yes, Matt Smith. That was the last Doctor I watched.
Was David Tennant after that?
He was before, I think.
Because Matt Smith, it wasn't in Harry Potter, I don't think.
No, David Tennant was probably my favorite Doctor, and he was before him.
David Tennant was in Harry Potter, though.
Was he? Who did he play?
He was Barty Crouch
Voldemort.
Jr. in The Goblet of Fire.
Barty Crouch.
Barty Crouch Jr.
Barty Crouch.
And I re-listened to the books.
I re-listened.
And there's the bit, in Goblet of Fire where they're like, what are they doing? I don't remember if it was
expect me to remember something.
A flashback, or they were in the Pensive. Were they in the Pensive?
The Pensive? What the hell is that?
The thing where he takes his memories out.
Oh,
and then they like go in.
I know he shoves his face in a fireplace at one point.
Yeah, that does happen. Man, this is gonna look really bad on my Harry Potter fandom card. But it's either the Pensive or I think it is the Pensive. But they're standing there, and they're at a hearing for one of the Death Eaters, and he's like, I have information that I can give you or whatever, and he tells them that it was Barty Crouch Jr. or something, and then it's David Tennant, and he's like, flicking his tongue and being all creepy and evil and weird.
Is he the one who was in Azkaban?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then...
Because he did not attend Slytherin.
Cool.
He's one of 2 that didn't. Where'd they go to? Why is Slytherin the bad one?
That's the racist house.
There's no black people in
No, they're
Slytherin?
black people. I guess they're anti-Semitic, I'm sorry.
No.
They're more anti-Semitic than they are racist.
Is that their issue?
Yeah, because they like the blood to be pure.
Oh. So they're like Nazi wizards?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And that was the whole Fantastic Beasts thing, was supposed to be, there was a wizard war that paralleled World War II.
Right. No, I saw that movie. I just forgot about it.
Yeah. I've only seen the first one.
Is that the one with Johnny Depp?
At the very end, yeah.
Okay.
And then they kicked him out.
I don't know how you could really top Harry Potter. Like, what else could she possibly put out?
You could just make a good movie.
J.K. Rowling? She's still right?
People
don't like her, do they? Do they like her?
No.
No, they don't
She's
like her
anymore. She's kind of a dick.
Yeah. Whatever.
She's weird.
Most people who make things are.
Don't say stuff on Twitter, and you'll be fine. I don't understand it. Like, just don't have a Twitter account. You know what I mean? Like, imagine how much more people would like Elon Musk if he just didn't have a Twitter account.
Yeah.
Like,
That's like
just don't have a Twitter and people will like you.
That makes me think of somebody I work with. I was like, if you could see like one concert, like one person, who would it be? He was like in the past or like now? And I was like, no, right now. Like, you get to go like next month or whatever. And he couldn't decide. And he was like, well, I really like Kanye West, but he's crazy now. And he's like, I was like, he's like, he probably wouldn't even like go on he goes on the stage with like his face covered and then he runs off and like doesn't. It just made me think of that. I was like, what if he would just perform the whole show perfectly and not do anything crazy? And he was like, sure, that's fine. I know I can separate the art from the craziness.
But in the book, The Goblet of Fire, when they do that bit, they like bring him in. It's just him, like he's a scared child and he's like crying for his father to help him and stuff. For like
David Tennant.
Yeah, like that character in the book. And I was listening to it and I was like, I can see why they changed this for the movie. I feel like that would probably be a little too much for this children's movie.
But it's in the book.
It is in the book. There's a lot of shit in the book that's not in the movie.
That's true. Because
the book is like
long.
6 years long.
Yeah.
Because J.K. Rowling wrote herself into a corner and then had to keep writing to get herself out of it.
She wrote herself in a corner?
Yeah. There's just a bunch of plot holes that she needed to fill.
Oh, okay.
So she just kept writing.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're the most rich author of all time, I guess you kind of have leeway to do whatever the fuck you want, right? Is she still the most rich author? She has to be.
The most, probably. I mean, all the movie deals and everything.
Who owns the Bible?
I don't think it's...
Is that in public domain? Can I just release my own copy of the Bible?
I think you can. I mean, James Earl Jones has an audio book where he reads the Bible.
Most profitable author?
Stephen King.
J.K. Rowling.
Stephen King on that list?
How rich are J.K. Rowling, James Patterson? I guess that's another. Who are the highest grossing authors of all time? Here we go. Best-selling authors statistics. Okay, this is not... I just want the list of... I just don't want all these categories. I just want the list of authors. You know what I mean? You ever look something up?
Just say it's J.K. Rowling.
Rowling.
I've called her Rowling since I was a kid. Rolling.
Like a rolling pin.
Like a rolling stone.
As of September 2023, J.K. Rowling is the richest author in the world with an estimated net worth of $1 billion. Rowling is the author of the Harry Potter series, which has sold over 600 million copies and is translated into 84 languages. She also writes crime novels under the pen name Robert Galbraith.
Robert Galbraith.
Galbraith.
Are they good?
I don't know. Couldn't tell you.
We should get one of those books.
I kind of don't want to do that.
Why? It could be really good.
Yeah, they're probably not, though. You know what I mean?
Would you be disappointed?
It's just, Harry Potter had its time. I think that we should just...
It's kind of like...
let her be, Yeah,
it's kind of like...
like you did your thing. You don't have to keep trying.
It's a big part of your childhood, it seems like. Maybe not yours, I don't know.
No, I read Harry Potter when I was...
Were the movies still coming out when you were like...
I went and saw... The first one I went and saw was 6. Half-Blood Prince.
Okay. Because I watched all of those in theaters when they came out and got the books when they came out.
Yeah, I watched them all at home. Up until the 6th one, which I went and saw in theaters. And then I saw the 7th one in theaters. And then I got in trouble at school, and I almost didn't get to go see the 8th one in theaters, but then my mom took me.
You got in trouble?
Yeah.
What'd you do?
Probably didn't do my homework.
That's it?
Yeah.
Just do it in the lunchroom.
This was like 5th grade. I wasn't that smart.
No, okay.
There's probably some project that I had like 3 weeks to work on and then just didn't do. That was about my speed.
Yeah, that's yeah, me too. Why not?
One time, I might have told this story before. I mean, I've definitely told this story before. I don't know if I've said it on the podcast. One time in history class, this is American History 1, so it was before the Civil Rights Movement. So it was like the Civil War up to like early 1900s. And our paper, we had to write a paper. We had a week to write this paper. It had to be a story, a point of view story about Irish immigration into America in the mid to late 1800s. And this is one of those situations where the teacher gave us the assignment and then said you have the rest of the class to work on the assignment. My friend Travis, he said, I'm going to get this paper done today. And he did. He handed it in at the end of class. And we had to hand it in on a Friday. It was due Friday. And he got his paper back after it had been graded, and he got a 60 on it.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, because he rushed it, and it was, like, horribly written. I did not do my assignment. I didn't hand it in.
This is 5th grade?
No, this is high school.
Okay.
I was probably 15. I didn't do my assignment. For the simple fact that I didn't want to. And also I couldn't think of anything. Like, you ever have that where you just can't think of an idea?
Well, what was the project supposed to be?
It was just a paper about a point of view story of an Irish immigrant in the 1800s.
Oh, that's why I hate school, because it's like, I don't think about that stuff ever, and I never will. So
I
what
couldn't think of anything.
You're supposed to just bullshit it. That's what I realized.
So here's what I did. I waited a week past the due date, and I thought I should probably get this done. And I was sitting in class while I was probably not doing another assignment that we were supposed to be doing.
An Irish immigrant. I would have had it been like a prostitute or something fucked up.
So what I did was I tried Googling the script to Back to the Future 3.
Okay.
But because we were on the school computers in the school network, I couldn't find anything that would let me like copy and paste it. So I had to write it from memory. So my story was of Seamus McFly in Back to the Future 3.
And did this teacher see this movie?
So I handed it in a week late, and I got it back at the end of class, 100. And as he handed it back to me, I asked him if he liked it, and he said, yeah, it reminded me a lot of the movie.
Wow.
And Travis was pissed.
He knew you were copying this movie.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't copying it like word for word. I just took that story of like finding some dipshit on your farm. And like I filled in the parts where Marty McFly's asleep.
Yeah. Okay.
With some bullshit. But you know, like I just did Back to the Future 3.
Yeah, why not?
And then that same teacher, this was in English or History 2. So this was like civil rights and stuff. We had to write a page. It had to be a page long. I hate when they give you like word count deadlines and stuff. I hate that. It's the worst. Just let me write however much I want to write. Fuck you. It had to be a page long, and I forget exactly what the assignment was, but we had to pick a song from the time and how it related to the civil rights movement or something. And we got paired off with people at random. So I got paired off with this girl. This was also, I was a senior, and this was like a freshman class because I had done the technical center. So my schedule was all fucked up for the like 3 years of high school. So I was taking classes in my senior year that I realistically should have been taking freshman or junior year, but I didn't because I had technical center stuff, which by the way has served me way more than anything else in high school. Sure. Like actually learning stuff. But we got this assignment, and I was working with this girl, and I think her name was Jordan. I'd never spoken to her before, nor after.
With a Y or an A?
I don't remember or care.
Well, it matters though.
She's very nice. She seemed very nice. I don't know, but
nice.
Yeah. So
that's terrible.
We were working on this. I forget what song we picked. It's probably
Strange Fruit.
It's probably a Beatles song. And we got about a paragraph in, and we were really struggling. And I was like, you know what? I'll work on it at home because it was on Google Docs. Like we could share the thing back and forth, and she could see it and stuff. So I was like, you know what? I'll just I'll take it home. I'll figure it out. You know, I'll come up with something. She's like, okay. So I went home that night, and I wrote like another sentence or two. I wrote a paragraph. It was like, the teacher's name was Mr. Millett. I was like, Mr. Millett, this isn't fair. You shouldn't make us write with a page count. It's stupid. You know, blah, 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 blah. Writing should be clear and concise. Like, you should always try and boil your ideas down to the smallest amount of words. This other teacher had Mr. Wells. I was like, Mr. Wells would be disappointed in you, blah, blah, blah. And I just, like, wrote a paragraph insulting him and, like, calling him a loser and stuff.
A minus.
And we showed up in class and we had to print them off. And he walked around and collected them. And I handed him mine. And then she came over to me. She's like, so, did you delete that thing at the end? And I went, what? She went, did you delete that whole thing at the end where you insulted the teacher for like a paragraph and a half? And I went, oh, no, I didn't. And her eyes like got big and she like went back to her desk across the room and she sat there and she put her head in her hands. And then when Mr. Millett came back around, because we were all in a circle and I was sitting like right next to him, he came back around and I was like, you should read mine first. And he pulled it to the front and he read it and he just starts laughing. He's like, thank you for your honesty. I think we got 100 on it too.
Yeah.
You just got to know your audience.
Yeah, I guess.
Like, if you know your audience, you can get away with anything. I sat there during my final and I just watched The Terminator. And he walked up behind me and he was looking at me. I was like,
it's The Terminator.
You want to watch? And he went, no, I'm good. And he walked away. Because I was done my final. Like, what am I going to do? I can't leave. I'm just going to watch The Terminator.
Yeah, why not?
Do you have any high school stories?
Any high school stories? No, nothing really crazy. Really, there's just one time, these kids had this stuff called liquid ass.
Yep.
And they put it in the hallway. The hallway smelled terrible for like a week.
Yeah. So one time we were in math class. This kid, his name is Jeffrey. He was a year older than me. He walked in. He like left. And you know, sometimes kids would like leave for like 25 minutes and then come back.
Yeah.
He came back after about 20 minutes. He walks in and he just like spreads his arms out wide. This is in the middle of class. We're all working on stuff. The teacher's like behind his desk. And he walks in, he goes, I've got a story for you guys. And he gets up in front of the entire class and he talks about how his friend went into the teacher's bathroom, way down by the, you don't know, Kearney High School's layout.
No,
but
I don't.
It's not like a teacher's bathroom, but it's just sort of like a bathroom that isn't really meant for kids. But if you're down there, like nobody's going to care if you use it. And he said that his friend went in there and stepped in a pile of human shit. And slipped on it and then took his shoe off and left it in there.
That's disgusting.
And we were all raising our hands and asking questions. The teacher was just like staring at him like,
wow. Yeah, that was intentional for sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think they found the kid who did it and kicked him out.
That happens at work all the time. It's fucking nasty.
Well, yeah, you work
in
an area with
show
a
up,
high percentage of people who are willing to shit on the floor. I don't think I could do that.
What? Work there?
No, shit on the floor.
Oh, they don't care.
I know, but like, I just can't imagine a scenario where I would shit on the floor. Like, I would literally have to be unconscious.
I mean...
Or dead.
Well, onto the... okay, just like intentionally on the floor?
Like, oh my god, I have to go to the bathroom. There's
like
nowhere
so
for me to go.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like, I would shit in a cup.
And then you just go in your pants.
I would shit in a sink. I would shit
in a sink. That's even worse.
No, it's not. You can clean a sink easier than you can clean a
sink?
floor.
A kitchen sink.
Potentially.
That's all you would think about when you wash your dishes.
I don't wash my dishes in the sink.
Why not?
Because I have a dishwasher. Also, it's clean. You just clean it.
I guess if you could bleach it out, but I mean, it's like you can bleach out a toilet, but like, would you like drink out of a toilet?
A toilet cistern, yeah. If I needed to.
You just drink toilet water.
No, out of the cistern.
No, I'm talking out of the bowl.
If I was trapped and I didn't have any access to water except for a toilet, I would drink out of a toilet bowl, yes.
So you're like chained up in the saw bathroom. You're going to drink out of the...
Sure.
Oh, gross.
If I needed to.
I would end up throwing up, though.
I wouldn't.
Like, it wouldn't hydrate me.
I would. That would be
You'd
fine.
have to trick me into thinking it was just regular water. Like, I found this thing of Polar Spring in the corner, and I pulled it out of the trash can.
This dirty ass cup full of murky water. I found a bottle of Poland Spring that I poured into this cup.
I heard somebody was talking about when he used to work at this restaurant, somebody I work with, and it's funny. He said like they'd have these like chefs that would come in that would just be like real bad drunks. He said they'd only last like a month or so. And he was like, one of them had his water bottle in the freezer all the time. And then they were like, why is this never freezing?
Yeah. I wonder what it was.
He was like, yeah. I was like, man, you got to think of a better hiding spot than that. Like, put it in the refrigerator.
Nah, freezer. You want it to be real cold.
Yeah, I guess it's true. Why does this never freeze? Well, I guess it would have been like a walk-in freezer, so you would have been out of sight from people.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah. I mean, no, that's still dumb. Like, you could just have a flask on you and go into the bathroom. Or even hide it in the back of the toilet or something.
Or don't get drunk at work.
I'm just saying if you needed to. Like, there's so many other things you could do. Like, it's not that hard to go in the bathroom and suck down a couple of nips.
Or a bottle of mouthwash.
Yeah. That might be a little bit more difficult, but I've seen it.
Yeah, I know you have.
Yeah.
You've also seen a condom.
Yeah,
hung on the door.
It was on the
in the stall.
The coat hook.
Have you ever used that coat hook?
I do now because we got new doors, so it's a brand new hook.
But I've never had my coat on.
Oh well, I wear a vest.
I just keep the vest on. Like I don't take my hoodie off.
Do you not? Do you tuck in your shirt?
Yeah.
With the vest on? If you have your shirt tucked in and then the vest over it.
Yeah.
And then you have to undo your pants.
Yeah.
Then the vest is it's in the way.
No, you just sit down, take a dump.
Gross.
Gross.
The vest is probably touching the toilet.
The back of the toilet.
Yeah.
Like the back.
So your shirt touches the toilet seat?
No, I hike my shirt up like around my stomach.
Like a woman would pull up her dress while dancing?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Like
if I was a doctor, imagine I'm a doctor and I have to like, you know that thing where doctors like feel you?
No. When you're lying down, they touch your stomach? Yeah.
Like if you had to like pull your shirt up to like this, you know what I mean?
They just tell me to take my shirt off.
I've never been told by a doctor to take my shirt off, except for when I was at the dermatologist.
Yeah.
They told me to take my shirt off then. But they're like, you know, just imagine like pulling up your shirt like this much and sitting down and taking a shit.
On your doctor?
Yep, on my doctor, in their mouth.
Yeah.
And then I stand up.
Oh, in the mouth like human centipede?
No, it's more like imagine
2 girls, 1 cup.
No, an ice cream machine with your head underneath it.
Yeah, 2 girls, 1 cup.
That's not how that went.
Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Are you sure
I'm imagining it like I'm standing like up on a table and they're lying on the ground.
Oh, gross.
And it's a long fall. You see it coming a long way.
Oh, you're sick. That's just sick. You should be ashamed of yourself.
I feel shame. I feel no shame ever. I've never felt shame. By the way, your
flashlight's broken over there. I tried to turn it on.
Definitely not.
It won't turn on.
Oh.
Man, I was cranking that thing all around.
You pushed the button.
Give me that. There's no button. There was no button before.
There was no button before.
Just to change the subject. Ugh.
And if you push it, if you turn it on and then turn it off and then turn it back on really quickly, it turns into a dimmer mode.
Yeah, I was cranking this around.
Yeah, that's the battery thing.
Something's making a noise.
It's my cat, Jonesy.
You been drinking tonight, cat? Huh?
You're gonna blind my cat.
You can't. Flashlight, that's ridiculous. You can get blinded by those fucking blue headlights.
Yep.
That.
The
my
LED
God.
headlights, yeah.
They're terrible.
The ones that feel like they're high beams.
Yeah, you can't see anything.
Yep.
I thought I was going to go off the road one night. I was like, what the? I have to slow down? Like, if I'm going 45 and one of those people pulls up, I see the glow, the blue glow, like Frodo's sword. And it starts to come closer. And then I get prepared for it, and I slow down to about 25 miles per hour. I'll let them go by, and then I continue. But it's terrible. Yeah. The creeping of the blue glow.
Kate and I were driving home from work yesterday.
Did you get blinded?
No, we were driving behind somebody, and Kate was driving. I wasn't driving, but she was like driving normally behind somebody. Like they were going slower than us, but we weren't riding their ass. We were like a couple cars lengths behind, and the person would just like kept brake checking her.
Yeah, that's because they want you to try and pass so that they can race you. I've had people do that to me.
They tried to do that.
Yeah.
And then Kate passed them.
I hate that. Oh, they tried to race?
Yeah, they tried, but then Kate's car accelerates faster.
Yeah, that's lame.
Yeah, people are fucking... I wish I was that bored. You know?
That bored that you'd risk killing somebody?
Well, that I would like have the time to be like, I'm going to go 55 right now on the highway. For no reason.
Yeah, I had somebody do that to me one time. I was like, are you kidding me? It's fucking dangerous. People have like died because of that.
No, I know.
Yeah. I should have just like fucking like sideswiped them. Get rid, like, who cares if I can replace a headlight. Like, take that to, what is it, safe light? Do they do the,
I don't know.
Do they do all glass, or is it just the?
I think it's just the windshield. That's the thing that I have to think about, because I'm not an angry driver in any way. Like, I don't get road rage at all.
Somebody was honking. I don't know if they were honking at me, but like the rotary, like they just love to honk.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know, like, what do you want? Like, you spin in a circle and you exit it. Like, I'm not doing anything wrong right now. So maybe I thought they were honking at me, and I should have honked back. Boop boop. Beep beep.
But whenever, like, if I'm driving and someone does that dickhead thing, like you're passing a long line of cars that are moving slower than you, so you're in the left lane for a while, and a person is riding your ass, and then they like try and pass you in the right-hand lane. One of those dickheads.
That hasn't happened to me.
Happens to me all the time.
But I have had 2 people almost run me off the road. Like, already, like, speeding. Like, once was this huge-ass truck, which I told you about. And then the other was, like, I was on the highway, and somebody just came up right behind me. I'm going, like, 75 trying to pass people, but that's too slow for them.
Yep.
And then I tried to, like, I got back into that lane, and then that person, like, laid on the horn. I don't know why, but that's like, you know, someone driving that's just crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're fucking out of my way. Like, yeah, that's what I picture is like Cruella de Vil.
What did you just say?
Cruella de Vil.
Cruella de Vil.
Yeah. Cruella de Vil.
Cruella.
Cruella de Vil.
Yeah, I don't get road ragey. Like, if somebody does something like that to me, I'm just like, why?
Why?
It's just not worth it to me to get mad about it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not. It's
when
not
someone tries to
it.
run you off the road, if somebody puts me in an unsafe situation, I get pretty fucking pissed.
No, it's not that. Not like that. I just mean when somebody's an asshole.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they try to like when you're in a construction zone or there's been an accident and you all have to get into one lane. But then you constantly have the people who don't do that and they just like try and get as far ahead and then cut back in.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's annoying.
It's like when I see people do that, it's like, it's not unsafe, it's just stupid. But I just like, why? I don't care. It's not worth it to me to like.
No, if you're not going long distance,
stay 6
really
inches behind the person in front of me so they can't get in.
Yeah, it's fucking annoying.
Like, it's just, I don't care. Whatever.
Yeah.
I get yelled at a lot when I'm driving, and it's one of those situations. Like, if I see someone trying to get on the highway, I will stop and let them get on. When it's like super backed up traffic, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'll stop and let a couple people on. And it's like, people have yelled at me from the passenger seat.
From the passenger seat?
From like, I'm driving and they are in my passenger seat and they're like, stop letting people on. It's like, why? Now we're 10 seconds later than we would have been, and these people get to work on time.
Yeah, pretty much.
Why do I care? Like, doesn't matter. Do you want to end it there? Because we're at about an hour, not including the time that you weren't saying anything.
Yeah, sure. I got nothing else. You got nothing?
You want to freeze frame it? We got to do something cool.
Oh, well, one more thing about Madonna.
Do you want to end the podcast right there?
Can I say my thing?
Sure. I'm about to stop recording. Just let me know when you want me to cut it off.
Well, no, I mean, keep this in.
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
You know how like I'm bad at being on time?
Yes.
All right, yeah. So she's getting sued for not starting the concerts on time, like 2 to 3 hours late.
Yeah.
Because it said 8:30 on our ticket, and we were like, "What the fuck?" It was like 9:50, and then it started. But I think that's hilarious. See, I can't even get mad at that.
Because you're one of those people too.
That's worse than me, though. Anyway.
If you were that famous, though,
funny.
You would do that.
Just thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah.
It's also, you can join in on the lawsuit, too. The class action or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
So if I wanted to.
You going to join in on that?
No.
You want to get $10?
Yeah, really? Yeah. But I mean, it's the reason for it, I think it's like, you would think it's just like who cares, whatever. But it's when they have a big event like that, they run the trains later. And the latest they can go is like 12:10, but they won't. So like that night, for example, the train left at 11:15. So the show started at like 10 o'clock, which meant that people who paid money to go see it had to leave halfway through the show just to be able to get back home on the train.
Yeah.
So that's what was pissing everyone off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be pretty funny if everybody just collectively went, you know what? Fuck this. And they all left before she showed up. And then she showed up in the theater, like the stadium
just
was empty.
Yeah.
There's you, and you're just like, woo!
Yeah. But I mean, like, if you have to get back on the train, I guess one of the shows didn't start till 11 o'clock. You wouldn't have even been able to see, you would have been able to listen to like one song and then just
depending on how far away the train was.
Yeah, after spending like, these tickets were like $250 and shit like that. Like, it's like.
Oh, I looked it up. A Disney World ticket for a day is like $150.
Would you really want to go to Disney World?
Kinda.
As an adult?
Yeah. We can go and get shit-faced.
That cool as a.
We should spend like $200 on booze. And ride that fucking Epcot ride.
They'll kick you
Epcot
out.
Ride. No, they won't.
If you're drunk.
Not if you're drunk. As long as you're not disorderly.
Yeah.
As long as we're not like shoving kids. Like we're just walking around having a good time. They can't kick us out for that.
They kicked Andy Dick out of like Disneyland.
Yeah, well they kicked Pee Wee Herman out of a movie theater.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Paul Rubens.
Paul Rubens.